Here we are for another episode of the Total Retirement Game Plan. Today, what we're going to talk about is a question we get a lot. Terence and the team at Left Tackle, should I delay my retirement by 1 year? And what are the pros and cons of weighing that decision? What does that 1 year do for you? Because there are some trade-offs that have to be discussed. There are some key factors that should go into this decision of whether you should delay your retirement by a year or not. Let's say you're 62 years old and you're like, you know what, I think I'm ready to retire, but waiting 1 more year to do that, what's going to be the impact of that decision? If you wait a year, you're going to have a whole nother year of income that you're going to receive, and you're going to delay starting Social Security and tapping into all those retirement assets that you've saved over your life. That could have a big impact on the longevity of your plan and it working. So another year of income would be a thing that you'll get by waiting, obviously. You're going to be able to have extra retirement savings and catch-up contributions, right? Make sure you're maxing out what you're putting into your retirement. Make sure you're getting full benefit of the employer matches if those are available to you. But another year of savings, if you're saving the max, which is about $30,000, that will go towards your longevity and having enough income to last your lifetime. So you'll be able to get those extra savings by working another year. You would obviously get your continued employee benefits, right? Health insurance, the 401k match. If you're going to retire before 65, you got to take into consideration how are you going to gap your medical coverage up until you're eligible for Medicare at age 65. And what would be the cost of doing that if you retire early, right? So you get a continued benefits from your employer, and your Social Security benefits are going to increase. If you do retire early and start Social Security benefits before your full retirement age, you can see a reduction anywhere from about 25 to 30%. So the longer you wait, the bigger that gets. And then if you delay it past full retirement age up until age 70, it gets an 8% increase each year you wait after full retirement age. One of the things we talk about a lot here at Left Tackle Advisors is how we make decisions. What's the lens that we want to make decisions through? And that is understanding that our decisions don't just have an impact on us today, but we want to understand what the long-term impact of those decisions would be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So delaying 1 year of retirement, that's just 1 year of time, right? Could make a big impact on your money. Having a system or a process or a way to make those decisions on your time versus money, right? The more time your money has to work, the longer it works in your benefit. So that's another thing to weigh in, right? What's the lens you're making decisions with? Not just the impact it has today, but the impact it's going to have 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. So how do you make the best decision for you, right? What are the things that we should consider? Obviously, got to understand your numbers, your personal numbers. Everybody's situation is different. How much you've saved throughout your lifetime, how much you've contributed into Social Security, what that benefit's going to look like. There's not a one size fits all. For one person, it may make sense to retire early at 62 and start Social Security. For another, it may make sense to retire at 62 but not draw Social Security and use other assets to have that income until they start Social Security. For others, it's going to make sense to delay retirement, right? Maybe you go to full retirement age 66 or 67. For others, maybe you work to 70 to maximize the Social Security benefits. So having an understanding of your personal situation and your numbers, because it's not a one size fits all. I think it's really important to prioritize not just what money means to you, but what's your meaning of life, right? So how does the money help you accomplish your meaning? One of the things we've noticed is a lot of people will build a portfolio of investments, then they'll start putting together a plan, and then they'll try and figure out their purpose. We like to do things in the reverse order. First, let's figure out what our purpose is. What's the meaning of all of this? Then let's formalize and build a plan together. And then we can build a portfolio that supports the plan and supports your purpose. So having an understanding of how you prioritize your money and your meaning will help you make this decision. You got to obviously look and model out different retirement dates, right? If you go at 62, how does this work? That may not even be possible for some. If you go at 65, what does it look like? 67, 70. And look, I think sometimes there's a misconception on what retirement is, right? We've been taught that you stop working and you just enjoy your retirement. For some people, they enjoy work, or they want to work part-time, or they want to get involved in charitable causes or volunteer, or they want to design their life to support their kids and their grandkids and leave a meaningful impact. They really want to live more and leave their mark. Last but not least, I would recommend working with a professional, somebody that does this day in and day out, helps navigate this part of life so that people can have confidence. They can feel secure in their plan and go into retirement, spend the money that they want to spend, create the experiences that they want to create, really have the permission and the freedom to live more and leave their mark. So to wrap things up, today we've been talking about, should I delay my retirement by 1 year, and what are the pros and the cons? Again, not a one size fits all. Everybody's situation is different. Reach out to our team if you've got questions. We're here to help. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. This has been another episode of the Total Retirement Game Plan, where we discuss strategies and ideas so that you can live more and leave your mark. Please subscribe to our channel if you want. Leave us a comment about what you like, other things you'd like to see. And y'all go out, have a great day, find a way to make a positive impact today. We'll see y'all later.